Most people don't realize this, but assumptions, they are the lowest form of knowledge. They are conclusions that are made by a mind that refuses to see, refuses to ask, and refuses to expand. People will build entire stories from a glance, a gesture, or even a sound bite or half a sentence, not because the truth is unclear, but because their own inner world is. When someone has not done the inner work, they don't see you. They see the projections of their own unhealed patterns. They take a fragment and build a whole narrative, not because the fragment is powerful, but because their imagination is ruled by insecurity, by comparison, or even ego. People who feel small will always need a story that shrinks others. So some people dislike you before you even introduce yourself, not because of who you are, but because of what your light exposes in them. Let's take a joyful person, a successful person, or a person at peace for that matter. That triggers the parts of others that have not yet risen. So they assume, they conclude, they fill in gaps with the version of reality that makes them feel right. Not because it is, but because the truth would require them to confront themselves. One day, a person I love dearly made a bold statement. And the statement was about a child's name, a name that he had assumed was wrong, it was strange, or for the opposite gender. And as if he had, like, seriously, the full spectrum of history of the name in his back pocket. But when I looked it up, the name belonged to a prophet. A prophet. And in that moment, I said, always research before you speak with certainty, because certainty without knowledge turns you into a fool. And that's the truth. We live in a world where confidence is mistaken for correctness. Then there's a woman that I know who wears medical gloves because her hands are in pain. You cannot believe the things that people say when she actually is dealing with neuropathy, a real condition, a real struggle. But instead of compassion, instead of curiosity, instead of asking gently or simply just minding their business, people say mean things. Grown ups say mean things. They judge. People just assume she's either unsanitary or standoffish or trying to avoid contact, not even understanding that she washes the gloves like she would wash her hands, and not even realizing that her dedication to protecting her own body is what discipline looks like, not even considering that it's her choice. Like, it has nothing to do with them. But this is what people do. They subtract the truth and add opinion because their lens is dirty. They draw conclusions because their mind needs a story to feel secure. At the deepest level, people don't see reality as it is, they see reality as they are. And when a person is fragmented within themselves, they will interpret the world through those cracks. This is why two people can actually witness the same moment and walk away with two completely different truths. One sees intention, the other sees a threat. One sees a human being doing the best they can, the other sees something to judge, something to twist, something to diminish. Assumptions are a survival mechanism for, the unawakened mind. And it's really sad, but it's true. It fills the unknown with whatever story protects its identity. If you find yourself assuming, notice the emotion behind the assumption. Are you threatened? Are you comparing? Are you projecting an old wound? Are you afraid to ask? Are you ashamed to know? If you feel the need to fill in the gaps about someone else's life, pause. You are actually confronting a gap within yourself. Every assumption is a mirror, every false conclusion is an unhealed fragment, and every judgment you place outside of you is a message about what you don't yet understand within you. To stop assuming is to step into clarity. It is to honor truth over ego. It is really to expand beyond your own limited lens and allow life to reveal itself without your interference. You want to know how to stop? Here's how. Ask instead of imagine. Curiosity is the antidote to assumption. Observe without needing to conclude. Not everything needs your interpretation. Hold space for possibilities you cannot see. The unseen layers of a person are often where the truth lives. Heal the parts of you that fear being wrong. That fear is what drives most assumptions. Let people be more than your understanding of them. Truth is bigger than perception. Everything in this world functions on resonance. You only pick up what vibrates within you. So when you assume something negative about someone, you aren't revealing their truth. Nope, you aren't. You're revealing the frequency you're currently tuned into. So when you see someone with joy, success, or peace, and your first instinct is to challenge it, to question it, or even tear it down, you are exposing the parts of yourself that still believe joy is suspicious, that success is threatening, or peace is undeserved. Assumptions aren't about other people, they're about you. So the next time your mind rushes to fill in the blanks, stop. Stop it. You know why? Because you might be building a story that has nothing to do with reality and everything to do with your shadow. Truth doesn't need your imagination. Truth doesn't even need your insecurity. Truth definitely doesn't need your assumptions. It only needs your willingness to see. And if you can master that, you will stop misjudging people. You will stop misjudging life. And most importantly, you will stop misjudging yourself. Come on now. You got this.